Hey YouTube, how's it going? Back with yet another Topps Chrome break. This time though, Topps Chrome Tennis, the brand new 2025, even though it's 2026, tennis set is here. I got my boxes a day early. It's Thursday, release day technically tomorrow, so shout out Topps for the quick shipping. I do appreciate an opportunity to get this break early, even if it wasn't intentional. I've actually gotten lucky on that on the past Topps 2 releases, which is far from the norm. Normally, I'm like stressing out at 5 o'clock whether or not my product will be here on release day. So excited about this. I've got 2 boxes here to give us a good idea of what this product will look like. Each box for hobby is going to contain 5 autos. I believe the Breakers Delight boxes are like 5 autos instead of 2 autos. Pardon me. I think I might have just brain jumbled that. But yeah, so excited to see what we get in here. Chasing Carlos Alcaraz, first-year signer Rafael Nadal is in this, as along with some of the other bigger names in tennis. The checklist, though, 300 players, a little bit too big for me. Hopefully that didn't mean overprinting. I will say there are less serial numbered parallels this year, so hopefully that's part of the reason. Maybe they printed the same amount, which was too much anyway for tennis last year, in my opinion, but we'll see. So yeah, let's get into this. I'm very excited just to see the base cards. There's cool parallels. I'm going to put this box below here for now. There are cool parallels like frozen fractors and things of that nature. So it'd be cool to hit one of those. Cool to hit a case hit. Hopefully we hit one of the tier 2 autographs. It's funny to say that because, you know, brain-wise, I'm like, oh, tier 1 would be the best one. But in this, autograph tier 2 is actually your better players. I think there's something almost like 200 of the 300 people they have in this set have signed autos. A lot of first-time signers. The list kind of goes on and on and on. I know one of them is like one of the top women's players in the world. I just lost my camera there. Let's bring that back. Okay, that was weird. Sorry about that, guys. I must have hit a button or something. That was super goofy. Promise everything has stayed the same. In fact, these are just for me anyway, so wouldn't matter one way or another. I'm going to put them over here. Yesterday, I noticed that I was kind of blocking where the cards were when I did a soccer break. So here we go. Topps Chrome 2025 Tennis in 2026. The base looked different than kind of what was advertised. The frozen fractors they were showing on the internet did not look like this, but we're starting with Camila Osorio. So that's your base design. They look pretty nice. Only 12 packs in this as opposed to 20 like a normal Chrome hobby box. So that's also an interesting move. And we might have an auto in our very first pack here. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Let's see. All right. So there you go. Here's one of our rookies this year, Tristan Boyer, Luca Van Esch, Andre Agassi. And our first refractor of the break, just a regular refractor, is Shelby Rogers. I don't remember her being in any sets last year, so that's probably a first-time appearance, and it looks like she's an older player. So I'm assuming that's like a legend, does it say? Yeah, born in 92, so probably long retired. Tatiana Maria, and here's your look at this year's Aces cards. We've got, I believe he's still 4th in the world, Alexander right there. They look cool. Definitely a different design than last year. Last year's looked more like a playing card. They still kind of went for that, it seems like this year, but a little less so. The parallel versions of this, given the amount of color to fill in, I think will look spectacular if you do happen to hit one of those. And our last card here of pack 1 is Lynette. So again, forgive me if I butcher these names. I know a decent amount about tennis, but there's going to be people in here who I've never heard of. In fact, Topps could easily pull a fast one over me and I would not know. What do we got going on here? Yeah, the sideways cards are going to trip me up. Hoping that they at least have like 4 numbered cards in these. We'll see though. That one is funky. What do we got? That's just bizarre. The background in this one looks, I guess they're kind of all like that. That one just looks like it's got a lot more happening in it. So not really sure there. But yeah, looks like we do have our first numbered card here, and it is one of the better American players in the world, Taylor Fritz, numbered to 199. So this is actually your highest numbered card this year. Last year, I think they had him as high as like $3.99 or $4.99 or something like that, which was just absurd. So glad to see that change made at least, but yeah, not really sure if you know at what rate we're going to hit numbered cards. Last year you got a lot of them in every box. Hobby box is included. Danielle Collins on the Prism, and then this might be our first auto. No, what do we got here? Oh, those look really cool. So this is the captured set. They did these last year. Daria Kostinka. I really butchered that one. I am familiar with her, but I definitely forgot how to say her name. It's been a long time, I think, since she played. Well, not that long, but anyway, yeah, so that's captured this year. That was an insert that they had last year, and there's a Prism parallel of Danielle Collins as well. So, all right, so we've got one numbered card so far. Again, hoping to at least have four. That seems to kind of be the standard for Topps products. But yeah, I'm hoping that they don't like really shortchange us. Probably fly a little bit more through the base here. Not going to flip them all now that we've seen a few. Damir Kuzmanov. That is a first Topps Chrome appearance. That is just a shimmer refractor. Got a Lloyd Harris refractor. And is this a Youthquake auto? No, just a regular Youthquake. So Youthquake has some of the better autograph names in the set, including Carlos Alcaraz. They did show the Carlos Alcaraz auto as like the full name signature on the sell sheet. I don't think that will be the case, but we can dream, right? So Diana Schneider there, and that I'm not sure how rare those Youthquakes will be. I would assume if it's at that point of the pack, probably not terribly rare. There are no odds out for this yet, though, so I know for a fact like Helix and game set matches in hobby are case hits, but anything else could be different. And here we already have another Youthquake, so very unlikely that those are case hits. Layla Fernandez, Emilio Nava on the refractor, and Emma Navarro. That is a cool. They look really cool. I mean, you could tell me that is a case hit level looking insert, but as we've just found out, pretty common. So don't freak out if you get one, unless it's the auto, because then, like I said, the names are pretty big. I would like to hit our auto, by the way. It is like a 1 in 6 packs, given that you get 12 packs per box. There's another Aqua. Alex de Minaur out of 199. He was in a lot of the Topps products last year. Sells decently. Marta. And then how about that card? That's really cool looking. Carlos Alcaraz from All Angles. That is a new insert set this year. These look really cool. Again, not thinking this is like a case hit or anything, but certainly an upgrade from like the doubles inserts or rivalry type inserts that they had last year, assuming they didn't do those again. And it helps when we get the best player in the world on one too. All right, moving on. This is the 6th pack of the box, so we are halfway through. Still no auto. We do have a green coming up here, so that would put us at 3 numbered cards. That's great. Steffi Graf, Grigor, and then well, I would have thought that was numbered. Strangely, it's not. Radu Albert, probably trying to say his name too much. That looks like a green, but it is just a non-numbered one. So strange. I'm still like looking for the numbering and I'm not seeing it. So it could be misstamped. I would have thought greens were out of 99. Another aces insert, and there you go. This base is definitely not what they've been showcasing on like the negatives. Now maybe the frozen fractors. Maybe the frozen fractors are an entirely different set. That would be strange. Quinn and Zen. There's Albert again. Fuxovics, and is that to 10? See, like, what's going on? Did they forget to number some of these? That looks like a black refractor. Yeah, are they numbered on the back? Okay, I have a feeling this is like misprinted. There's no way that this card isn't meant to be a black refractor of Clara Burrell. We'll have to see in another box. I don't really see anything else in the background there that wouldn't point to it not being a black, which would be to 10 normally. I'm really hoping they didn't just like mess this all up. Sabalenka on the From All Angles. And yeah, I'm starting to be a little nervous here. It's very strange that both of those were like colored parallels and neither one was numbered. Like the clay quartz from last year were not numbered, nor were the negatives, but that's not a negative refractor. That's a full color image, so I'm not really sure. We've still yet to hit an auto, although this is looking like it's shaping up to be our first auto. There's a lot of white space there. Yeah, we're just gonna have to kind of keep going here. Yeah, Danielle Rincon, that's not a very good one. I want to say Rincon was like a $1 auto last year. Um, Not saying he's a bad player. In fact, I know he wins matches and stuff and is a pretty solid player, but yeah, not a lot of hobby value. Here's another green, fake green, Peyton Stearns. Maybe I'm like blowing the color on these. I don't know. That's strange. Sebastian Offner, Alcaraz on the aces right there. So stuff like this, I will say, you guys would be if you're not tennis fans or follow tennis, like PSA 10s or something like that are pretty coveted in the tennis space. When these guys win tournaments, there's some value there, and it's a really fun sport to watch too. If you're not that into it, at least I'm a big tennis fan. When they get to like the semifinals of the majors, I do watch. We've got another fake green maybe coming up here. Yeah, at this point, you guys are along for the same ride as me. No, that is your purple green. So they did have this as a carryover from last year. Flavio Coboli. That is a rookie card to 125. So purple on the left, green on the right. I don't know anything about him. I know there are some rookies that are being chased in here. A couple of the ladies players. Not sure if he's one of them. Well, he's obviously not a ladies player, but sorry, Fabio. Flavio. Caitlin Gunn. Marista. Cost. Oh man, I'm making myself laugh here. Anyway, sorry guys. I just yeah, this format is tripping me up. So we've hit 3 numbered so far. We will we can talk about that. And I think our Rincon was like a non-refractor autograph. That's actually worth noting too. Kayla Day, this is a pink, also not numbered. Not really sure what's going on. Jasmine Polini on that insert there. Yeah, strange break to say the least. We've got another shimmer. And so it looks like we might very well end up with just 3 numbered cards, which means they probably did print a lot of this. So tread lightly. The box price is pretty attainable. These were like less than $100 on the Topps website when they came out. We do have a refractor auto of some kind. We'll save the auto for last. So why don't we'll do these cards. And then that's our auto. That is a refractor. I don't think the refractor autos are numbered this year. I could be wrong. And we'll just pull from the back here. So Bublik on the From All Angles. I believe he's signing again this year. I think he didn't last year, but he did in like the first year of Topps Chrome. So nice to see him back in the product. There we go. And then it looks like we do have another numbered card here. So this is a out of 150 regular blue of Lorenzo Musetti. That's a pretty solid one. One of the better names, certainly. And then here we go. Here's our auto. We'll go this way. I don't want to see the name. It's a rookie card, and it is one of the women's players. Maya Joint, actually, I think she's pretty solid. That is, do they tell you if it's auto tier 1 or tier 2? It doesn't. It just says Chrome autograph card. So Maya Joint, our second auto, she is, I believe, an American player. Yeah, from Detroit, only 20 years old. I don't think she's the top rookie chase, but I believe she is one of the rookie chases for this year. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that's actually a relatively decent pull there. Not what I'm personally looking for. I'd love to hit another Carlos Alcaraz autograph for my personal collection. I do have one. Sorry for bumping the camera there. From Graphite last year. Topps Chrome itself, I think my biggest auto that I hit last year was and Agassi to 99. I would say that hobby product, if you can still get any of last year's, there's a lot of good rookie names in last year's stuff. Ben Shelton, Mira Andreeva, Leonard Tien, who's the, why am I blanking on her name right now? Alexander Yala. Yeah, there's a lot of good rookies last year in addition to some huge name signers. And I'm actually thinking that they probably had those bigger names signed more last year when they came back than they did this year. So we are on to our second box. Nothing too crazy in box one. Nothing low numbered. Seemingly no case hits. I will say the black might be a black, might not be. I'll have to check the checklist. Sadly, Topps doesn't tell you what you're getting in each box. There is a, oh wait, was that refractor numbered? This is Marketa Vondrusova. This might be a second tier auto because this one is numbered 299. Armaya joint was not. So sorry, I'm kind of blocking that. But you can see the numbering there on the left side. And this seemingly is just a base refractor compared to the Maya joint, which is also a refractor but not numbered. So I have a feeling that Marquita is one of the better tier signatures to get. Name sounds familiar. I don't. I know for a fact I botched it. But that said, that's probably pretty decent. She was not a signer last year from what I can recall. Holger Rune, and nothing numbered in that. We did get a Celine Naif on the shimmer as well. So, all right. Well, hit a numbered auto. That's good, I guess. I have a feeling it seems like if my brain is working correctly, reading just what they've released, that the Breaker's Delight of this will be the better way to chase the bigger names. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see until tomorrow. So here's a green that is numbered. Timothy Skadov. And then behind that, we've got Claire Burrell on the Prism, which looks just like crazy. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that other card was just like darker in the backgrounds. Sabalenka on the insert and Rublev on the last card there. So here is a Timothy Skatov to 99, which is green. So sorry, I am partially colorblind. Maybe that is more like yellow. That's definitely green. This is definitely a lighter shade. So maybe it's like a lime green. Maybe they're just not numbering them this year. Who knows? Anyway. Well, now we know that there is a numbered green at least, if nothing else. What do we have here? Why is that upside down? Yeah, huge set though. There's another one of the non-numbered whatever those are. Petra, Madison Keys, Haley Baptiste. Yeah, I maybe it's me because I'm colorblind. I struggle sometimes with like when they do like yellow and gold as well. So it's probably just a me thing. It looks like we have a pink, which also was not numbered. Jeez, there's Carlos. Okay, let's look at that card. Yeah, so there's your Carlos base. That does look great. That's a really cool photo of him. Would love to hit some color of that. Yeah, so the pink or magenta or whatever this is not numbered. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what they're up to. Up to nothing. Up to just like making us wait over a year for this when they like first released those Nadal images, only to keep toying with us to bring us these non-numbered greens or whatever these are, whatever that is. Shai Zhu Wang. She has autos, I believe. I think she was a big seller last year. Yeah, there's definitely one of the women's players that I know people online were spending a lot of money in group breaks to buy up her spots. There's a few of them, but one of them in particular. Ooh, what do we have here? Another to 99. Nope, just Rinderneck. Yeah, not a huge seller last year either. To 99 there, but 299, 2 out of 99s in the same box. Again, it's going to be really difficult to hit color of your better players. There's a Ben Shelton on the From All Angles. Lot harder to hit the better color this year because of the fact that they added 100 cards to the checklist for God knows what reason, and they also additionally changed the number format, so less less parallels to go around. Kayla Day, Coleman Wong. I think Naomi Osaka has her first Topps autograph since like Allen and Ginter or something several years ago. Can't remember exactly what it was. Maybe Transcendent. She was in something, and I don't think she'd had a tennis auto yet. So I think this is like her first official Topps tennis set autograph, which is cool. And it looks like we have another refractor autograph here. So there we go. That's good. So again, stuff like this, like I said, this is stuff that I will personally be sending to PSA. I think there's value in having some of the very few PSA 10s of something like a Carlos Alcaraz Shimmer Refractor, especially given, like I said, this year with how limited it seems to be, how far and few between you're going to hit the color of the guys you want. So here's our last auto. That's actually a really good one. Stefanos, yeah, one of the better men's players in the world, also numbered to 99. So two, tier A autographs, I guess. Would have liked to have seen them probably separated into two different boxes, as opposed to hitting both in one. But again, maybe the rookie autograph that I hit is towards more of the top than what I realized. But I will put that one there, center it a little bit more so I'm not blocking it. That is a pretty good card. Yeah, definitely one of the top 10 men's players in the world, for certain. So a guy that, will have some value. So pretty cool. Is that gold? That might be gold. That looks gold. Is it gold or yellow, guys? It might even be orange. For the love of God, what do we got? We've got gold. Yulia Punutseva. That is her first. I don't know her. Debut in 2009. I'm assuming she has been around. She's 2009 debut, 1995 birthday. So she's like 30. There's some information about her. She did beat Iga. That's pretty cool in Wimbledon. She's made the Grand Slam quarterfinals a few times, including the one at the French Open. So that might not be too bad. This is her rookie card, despite having played for several years, it seems like. So cool. That's a true gold. Would have, can never complain too much. Always nice to hit true gold. Zverev there, and Borges. Yeah. All right. Cool. This box has been much better than the first one, from what I can tell. You guys can tell me in the comments if I'm an idiot. Again, I tend to know the top players in most sports. There's Humbert, and we've got Alex Michelson. So this is the men's player, actually. See, I do know enough to know that. That's the men's guy for rookie cards that you want this year. American player. So that's cool. Believe he's like 19 or 20 years old. Played some pretty good matches. So maybe one more auto. Give us one more auto. We've got another out of 199 coming up here. You guys probably already saw that last name. Don't think it's anything huge. Jamie Faria to 199 on the Aqua rookie card. Let's read about him. There you go. Some interesting stuff. He's in the top 300. He was born in 2003, so relatively young. Turned pro in 2021. So there you go. All right, what else do we got in this pack? Big Foe, Francis Tiafoe, one of my favorite players. And there you go. So, last pack mojo. Already hit a gold. Already hit two what I would presume are pretty solid autographs in the scope of Topps Chrome. So not expecting anything huge here to end. In fact, it looks like we might have another fake black refractor. No, we don't. So that's the same girl I think we hit. So maybe her card is just designed that way, which is stupid. That's my opinion. That's dumb. Especially when the other ones look like that. It might just be a printing error on on Clara Burrell's cards. Jacqueline Christian, uh, Medvedev, and last but not least, Nuno Borges. Oh, I guess she's like that too. Maybe that's who we hit. Did we hit Dalma? Anyway, just know it's not a black, and it looks like a black, and that's really annoying to me personally. So Stefano's definitely our top autograph, I would personally say. At least the one that I'm the most excited about. A little bit off sticker, obviously. Thanks for that. But yeah, let's see what else we kind of had to recap here. Decent amount of color. Looks like about 4 per box, which was what I was hoping for and guessing. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the second box. We did hit that autograph also. So 2 numbered autos in the second box. The Maya joint. And again, yeah, not numbered anywhere on that. So I'm assuming your tier 2 autos are numbered if there are refractors to 99 or less. Whether or not you can get Nadal to 99, I don't know. We'll wait and see. He barely signed it all in Triumphant. So yeah, just be careful in terms of thinking if you're going to hit one, especially if you're buying like him or Carlos or Novak or Sabalenka or really any of the top players in the world in group breaks. Because in Transcendent, or not Transcendent, Triumphant, they were very, very few and far between. And then this was box 1. We did have 1, 2. There's one of the fake ones, the Rincon. You can get base autographs that are just like that with nothing shiny on them. Yeah, Clara Burrell, there you go. The fake out there, and then 3 and 4. So 4 numbered cards per box. I don't know where that puts the print run. I could do the math really quick. Thousands of boxes. They made thousands of boxes of this. That's not too surprising. I think that would probably shake out. If I had to guesstimate, you're probably talking like 3,000 to 4,000 cases of this stuff made, which is about the same as last year. Sorry for bumping the camera there again. So overall, guys, pretty meh break for me. I would assume, at the price point, that's kind of going to be the standard. I am not excited about that card. Don't get me wrong. Huge name in the space of tennis. Will sell relatively decently, just not like the Carlos, type autograph to me. So overall, I'm happy. Would have loved to have hit a Nadal. Would have loved to hit a Carlos. Would have loved to hit a Novak. That's kind of what's going to get me up at night. But yeah, I think it was a fun break. Decent amount of color. Base cards look good. They look way different again than those frozen fractors that they've been showing. So God only knows what those are actually in, or if they're even in this. Maybe they forgot to put them in the product like they did with the Blue X fractors in Topps Chrome Basketball Megas. So anyways, guys, appreciate you watching as always. Enjoy the championships for the rest of the year. Australian Open was absolutely awesome. I did not watch that live, mind you, because it was at like 3:30 in the morning, but I did actually end up going back and watching the majority of the Novak versus Carlos final, which was very, very cool. So, yeah. Thanks again. If you like videos like this, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment, tell me what you think, tell me about all the names I butchered. It's not going to offend me. I would love to know how to say 300 different people's names, but I can barely say like 25 people who I know's names consistently. That's a joke, but yeah, knowledge in tennis not nearly as vast as it is in, say, like basketball, which is my predominant favorite sport. So appreciate it, guys. Have a good one, and thanks again for tuning in. See you later. Bye.